Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal. Today I want to talk about code 442. This Volvo is a 1998 v70 XC, and this is the third time this has happened to me. This hose on the end of the charcoal canister broke, which means basically the code 442 is, when you look it up, it means small emissions leak or whatever. And I stuck my hand up underneath. I kind of thought it was either this or the gas cap, and I could feel that the hose was off on the charcoal canister. Original Volvo hose, and I kept trimming it back, but it keeps rotting off from the hose clamp. So I'm going to show everybody how you change this, because it's kind of not easy to get to. Right here is where it goes into this canister, which I also replaced a few years ago as well, because I had all kinds of emission issues. So we're going to take this off, but first I need to show you how to get in here. You need to remove the plastic liner, which is 11. There's 11 pop rivets on this liner that you will need to drill out. So you have to get yourself a drill. Here's so you can see how when I drilled them out. And then there's three 10mm plastic nuts that also hold that liner on. But before you do the job, you may want to pick up some of the pop rivets. I had a whole bunch here in stock at the house. You can get them off eBay, or FCP Euro is probably the best place. I think they had the better prices, and I bought them in bulk. And I'm glad I did, because I've had to rip this out now 3 times. I think this is the 3rd time now, but I never actually fully took the liner off before to get in. I either took one side off or the other side off. So this time we're going to rip this hose out. I want to get this out of here, and I'm going to figure out what size this is and take it over to Advance Auto. Is pretty much my only choice around here. It's nearby. Let me shut the camera off. I'm going to take this hose off that EVAP canister here. It's back. This is, if you're unfamiliar with where this is at, this is the driver's side right in front of it, basically the underneath the steering wheel on the outer fender. Once you'll see it when you get the fender liner off. Let me pop this off here once. All right, this is the canister here that was hanging up inside the fender. When you pull it down here, I marked on 1113 when I did it before. You have to be careful yanking on this hose. You can see here, just from being hot outside, I guess, the end of this canister there, which this is new, and this is a very expensive one of these from Pureberg. You can see how it twisted there, so that's not good. I didn't realize it was on that tight when I was pulling, but it was one of these. I don't know why I put that back on. I usually like to use the Norma, real good German-made worm clamps, but this was one of the factory ones, and then I end up cutting it to get it off of there. So anyway, that's this just plugs in up underneath the fender, and you just unplug it and get a hold of it. And then there's a rubber anti-vibration mount thing that it mounts on. It's interesting. So that's basically it. And there's the cord for it hanging down, and the mounts up there. Now you can kind of see outside. There's the hood spring. So now all I gotta do is go get the hose, and we'll get it back together and get her going here. I gotta tuck this wire up in for my side marker lamps I did a few years ago. That's from a junkyard find. All right, so I'll be right back. We'll find out what size hose this is. All right, I'm back. I actually found some clear line here at the house. This is for air conditioner condensate drain line. So I thought, heck, I'll just use what I have here at the house instead of going and buying any. And it's 3/8 ID. And then you can see here it runs back to the, that's running towards the front of the car down to the charcoal canister. And it's real fun getting that clamp on. You might have to drop the canister. I think it's a 10mm bolt that holds that on. These hoses here usually rot out as well. If you ever get any other leaks, those are all new. I replaced those about 3 years ago as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and here and trim it up. The old one I measured is about 3/8 ID. So I'm gonna go ahead and button it all back up and hopefully it fixes it. All right, to sum it up, there's the Pierberg canister, whatever it is. Looks like a gas mask canister thing. And that's behind basically where the driver, or in the front of where the driver sits, behind kind of like the steering wheel. And they're gonna run up along here. There's your shock. And then the hose runs down to the canister. And that's it. So it's not too bad. Just the worst thing is getting this liner all back together is a big pain in the butt. So let me, I can set the camera up if anyone wants to watch me do that. I'll go ahead and set the camera up on tripod here. This. And you just gotta pop rivet it all back together. I don't know how correct this is. Here's the part number for these reproduction Volvo rivets. I don't know, my cheap, I guess I got this at Harbor Freight a bazillion years ago, mail order before they came to town. Mine actually splits the plastic, so you have to be careful. It doesn't really hurt anything, but see, I put like a little split in that black collar, and that's not supposed to happen, but it does. I'm only using 10 because I have a screw in the bottom front one there where it's easy to get to. I have a little nut in there. Oh, I almost forgot the mud flap. I did that before one time too. Don't forget the mud flap as you're putting it all back together. It's not exactly holding in there, but it's all right. Alright, there she's done. So we got it all back together. The fun rivets there. Like I said, I put a nut and bolt in the bottom one. I might have to do that on the bottom of this one here too, because that one didn't really grab. But that's it. All done. Button it back together. Hope it works for you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and clear my code. Hopefully it helps somebody out there. And that was code 442. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye now.